Alright, you scum, suit up!
Welcome back, I'm Captain Xavier, and today we're going to be talking about Feral Squad, and that is why this man is here, because Brett, who sometimes wears a beret, and is currently wearing a beret, is the very embodiment of Feral Squad. Feral Squads go back to the crew's medieval recreation days, when we had a large number of auxiliary end up on our side, because the auxiliary goes back to then, where they weren't crew, but they were fighting on our side, they wanted to be part of our battle line, but they didn't have the training. They didn't know how to properly hold a shield wall. They didn't know all of our war tactics and how to actually march and step and all of that. And so having them on our shield wall would have weakened the entire shield wall. So instead, we organized them into what we were then referred to as a feral squad, and we just had them charge the enemy. In just a disorganized mob, just go forth, cause confusion, break them up as much as you can, try to disrupt their formation, and then our formation will come in and hit them. Downside was we sent Lieutenant Wolfric in charge of Feral Squad, and by the time my line got to their line, there was no one left alive. And we then saw the true value of something like a Feral Squad, because the way you fight chaos is with order, but sufficient chaos is also how you fight order. They came at him from both sides. The enemy's shield wall wasn't prepared, didn't know how to properly maneuver their shield wall to fight against being flanked like that. Their shield wall started falling apart, and then once the line fell apart, it just disintegrated and the Ferals tore them apart. So that's kind of how Feral Squads work now. It's the people who just want to go out and cause chaos and hunt zombies and run amok, and also for those people that aren't into the whole mill sim thing, the marching and the sirs and all of that, that obviously there are people that's just not the game they want to play, but they want to be part of the auxiliary and all of that. So we have Feral Squads. And this man ran a whiteout Maverick at End War 2019, and he was one of the last humans standing. He is a squirrely player. We've all seen... Why? He hasn't moved yet. He could be a cutout. You don't know.
I'm on lunch break right now.
Yeah, he's not actually here. Didn't we just have breakfast? I am kind of hungry now.
See?
French toast just didn't...
It was good French toast.
It was good. It was good French toast, but it's not as filling as a waffle.
No, waffle truly is kind of the super. Is French toast superior or inferior to a waffle, or do they serve separate rolls?
I favor the waffle over the French toast, but every once in a while you
French
want
toast
some French toast. Variety is the spice of life, which is kind of the whole thing about Feral Squads. Is that's another place where it makes absolutely no difference what loadout you're running when you're in Feral Squad. It's a loadout that you enjoy running. You could have the least effective, a whiteout Maverick. You could be running a deploy, a barrel break. You could also go with an extremely functional loadout, running around with a proton pack, just hosing everything. That's the beauty of Feral Squad, is it's the less organized. You just want to run out. Now, you could still be slightly organized. You could still have a squad that you're running with. You're just generally not going to be quite as organized or as structured as, say, an actual hunter unit. Feral Squads generally may not have any kind of chain of command. They may not have any kind of a actual objective. It'll just be, okay, we're going forth. I want a Feral Squad on my right flank and a Feral Squad on my left flank. Cause trouble to whoever gets in our way. Chase them around, let them chase you around, whatever. It's go out there and wreak havoc, because when in doubt, confuse the enemy. And that's what Feral Squads are for. And I've seen this man confuse many an enemy, and I've been confused by it, and then just been like, that worked. How? Somebody write that down. We're making that official.
Distractions are definitely a viable strategy for games, for HVZ as well, because as you've mentioned before, zombies are trying to distract the humans so that they can push their way through.
Mm-hmm.
Humans can also do the same thing, and we have all the tools at our disposal to do that in any way we see fit.
Yeah, zombies are a predatory thing, and if they see someone running, they have a tendency to chase them. And if they see someone running at them, they have a tendency to be somewhat confused, because wait, I'm the one who does the chasing. Why are you? Oh god, here they come. And so yeah, distractions, drawing the enemies away, or just making it so that they can't organize. When they start trying to get the horde together, suddenly 10 guys with no organization just come screaming out from around a building and just start hosing into the horde and then running off again, it really makes that whole organized horde charge into a column kind of fall apart. Especially if then the column's hunters hit them from the other side, it can just decimate and dissipate hordes before they can muster and become dangerous. Because that is where the horde really shines, is in numbers. Because they will always have the numbers. Because generally, yeah, there's a lot fewer zombies to begin with, but for every human you lose, they gain a zombie. So the difference goes by twos. And it starts to stack real quick. And once the horde is able to overrun a squad, that's when you start losing whole squads at once. And if you can keep them from being able to organize enough to muster like that, it's very valuable for the people who are trying to complete the missions if there aren't large hordes of zombies being able to hit them because they've been scattered by feral squads. So that is how feral squad works. Any loadout is acceptable in a feral squad. So knock yourselves out and have fun with that.
I'm sure everyone who's played HVZ before has seen or been that one person that's just running through the game field on their own.
Mm-hmm.
And you're like,
it's working.
All right, well, he's doing whatever.
And then that person shows up at the final stand and you're like, how?
Right. But what you said was entirely true as well. Like, you see that one person running and the assumption is, oh, I can get them because there's only one of them. So it distracts, again, the zombies that chase after that person. And for those who are trying to organize the zombies can get frustrated too because they're like, no, don't focus on that stupid mouse that's running away. The pack is over there.
It works. It works very, very well. And it allows for people who like that element of chaos to have a place where they fit in. You are still part of the auxiliary, you're still part of the grand scheme, but you don't have to march in step and you don't have to take orders. You can just run around and be crazy. And so we have feral squads specifically for those types of people. And I look forward to seeing what you guys come up with. So, look forward to seeing you on the field of battle. Bangarang! Run for it! Run! 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 Run, man! Run! Run! Grab the stuff! Grab the stuff!
Okay, tell me again, why are you selling half your arsenal?
He's got money. I don't need it. He does.
Alright.
This is it. 2221.
That's far enough. Let's go inside and deal. It's damp out here.
So you're the one buying up all these plasters, huh?
You didn't know?
You gave a shipping container as a location. What do you expect?
It's undisclosed for a reason. You got the goods? Let's see them. Checks out.
More white than yellow.
Buy yourself something nice. You're keeping him.
That wasn't the deal.
I've altered the deal.
Yeah, fair enough. I don't need a lance.
Yeah.